Good morning. Hey guys. It is January 15th, 3 p.m. something. So, yeah, it's a holiday. Everybody's off, and Martin Luther King's Day, obviously, he did make history, except our current president is kind of ruining that. I'm not going to try to worry too much about politics because there's always good and bad. And, anyways, we all have decisions to make. Anyways, first I want to thank every one of you guys for the support, for subscribing and everything. So today I'm going to go ahead and try to, I'm not going to try, but I'm actually going to go ahead and cook something delicious. You're just going to have to wait and see what I'm cooking. So it's going to be healthy, it's going to be nice. So let's get started. This is one of those drama music, and this is what I'm working with. My today's special is beef roast Angus. So we are not going to roast this big boy, but we're gonna slice and dice it. We're gonna saute it. And shut up. Okay. All sliced and diced. Salt. Pepper. You have nor. You gotta shake it. Always, you have to get a butter knife. Just enough. Dill weed. Rosemary. There's not enough, but we'll make do with what we have. And then this is organic no salt seasoning. You can get this at Costco. There's a sprinkler right there. Alright. And then use extra virgin olive oil. Just a little bit right there. Alright, we're gonna put this away. Alright. Make sure your hands are clean. You have to get in there. Alright. Now, given that the meat is fresh, it's cold enough as it is. The pan is already hot. I got some onions roasting in there to set a base for it, so that way when I put the meat in there and organize it well, it's gonna cook really well. So you're looking for something like this, well seasoned. Sorry for the lighting. Well seasoned, nice tender pieces. And yeah, once you mix it really well, get those onions nicely seared right there. Alright, we're going to organize these pieces in here. There you go. All right. So the next thing I'm gonna make looks like the beef. I'm gonna show you guys that in just a minute. Um, the roast beef is actually almost cooked or halfway there. The next thing we're making is fajitas. Fajitas can actually go on top of the meat after you serve it with cider, and I am gonna make the next cider actually afterwards. So to make fajitas, cut up about 2 peppers, depends on how many people you're cooking for. Tomatoes, when everything is said and done, it's actually gonna disappear. You won't even see it. As far as the onions, I chopped up about, say, 4.5 onions. So we're gonna cut them in reasonable size, because when we're cooking fajitas, I don't want the onions to completely disappear. You gotta saute them, season them, and cook them just about right to serve them so they're not overcooked, and don't want to do a sloppy job with that. So, alright, so speed this up. Alright, so take a peek at this roast beef and what it looks like. Ooh. Let's get in there. Got a feeling that when I'm done, I'm gonna slice and dice it and serve it. It's gonna start falling apart on its own. And by the way, when you're cooking roast beef like this, do not add any water. You don't need to add water. Basically, the beef itself tends to release a lot of water, and also when you put a couple of onions in there, you slice and dice them just to give it flavor, they will also release some water. And you probably can see this. There's a lot of liquid in there all by itself, so I didn't have to add any water. If you add water, it's just gonna be watery and sluggish. You don't need that. Alright, so we're gonna let that cook some more. Time to prep the fajitas. So pepper, onions, and tomatoes. Tomatoes will obviously disappear. Preheated the pan over here with a couple of onions in there to give me, tell me basically whether the oil is hot enough in the pan as it is. Alright, so we're gonna put everything in there slowly. Alright. As usual, gonna rinse that in a minute. Put this aside. Now we're gonna season the fajitas and let them cook, so everything will disappear. As always, first thing is salt. My advice when it comes to salt, always under salt, because a lot of the vegetables and meat, a lot of those things actually already have salt in them as it is. So if you need more salt after you finish cooking, you can always add more, but do not over salt. It's not good for your body. Alright, pepper. And then, I don't need more. We're just gonna do this organic, no salt seasoning. Again, no salt seasoning, alright? One more thing I'm gonna add to give it a flavor. Shake it a little bit. That would be the jalapeno. That's tomatillo hot sauce. That is what it looks like right there. Super hot, by the way, so if you're gonna put, just put a little bit, not too much. Hopefully I'm not gonna put too much. Alright, that's enough. Now, I don't have to actually shake everything. I need to kind of let it steam up a little bit. So I'm gonna close it as it is and let it cook. You just set your stove about a halfway temperature wise, so we're gonna let that sit there for about 10 minutes before I start like stirring the whole thing. And then my cider is gonna be roast potatoes, and that's gonna cook so quick. Both of these might take a little time. This might take about 25-30 minutes to cook to perfection the way you want it. This right here, I'll probably give it another 40 minutes because I really want the meat to start falling apart. Alright, we will continue. Hey guys, so everything's done. The meat is cooked, it's falling apart on its own. Hopefully I can show you this like that. Alright, I'm gonna grab one of these pieces here and just see how it falls apart in just a minute. I want to also show you the fajitas are actually ready. So the idea here is because it's too watery, I'm going to keep the lid open and turn it up. In a few minutes you're going to see it's kind of all the water or the liquid's going to go away, so the fajita is actually cooked and ready to go too. My cider is going to be a roast potatoes, so I cut them all up just like that. Hopefully you guys can see that. So I'm gonna just season them once one of these pans is ready. I'm gonna turn things around. Yeah. All right. Yeah, the meat is actually falling apart on its own. Well, gotta put that over there. So, this is what I strive to find right here. Wow. Alright. So, I'm gonna try one piece just to see. Salt wise, so let's see. Wow. This is really good. Delicious. Alright, I like it. Awesome. Alright, so I am almost done cooking, so what I'm gonna do is there's a lot of sauce over here. The meat is already cooked, looks good. So I'm gonna just kind of slice. It's already falling apart, you can't even cut it. Anyways, so we're just gonna cut it to our best decent sizes. I have to put it back in here, soak it in that juice before I serve it. Grab another piece. It doesn't have to be even pieces, but reasonably enough that you can just grab and serve to your plate without having to worry about using a steak knife. You can never, look at this, it's already falling apart. Alright, gotta keep everything the way it is. My fajitas are actually already good to go. They are in here, so I had to cover them with aluminum foil so that way they maintain temperature. But grab this, put this back in here. Wow. That's good. Probably our final big piece over here. That's it. Everything else is reasonably small. So I turned the stove on at a high temperature purposely because, well, I want you to just see the cutting board here, so I'm going to get you up close a little bit. Move the cutting board around here. There you go. Awesome. Alright, so I turned on the stove one last time for a few more minutes because I want this meat to pretty much drink all the juice and it becomes moist and not dry. Very nice. So you can sort of like just stir it a little bit. Do not put the lid on it. If you put the lid, it's just going to release the juice. If you keep the lid off, it's going to drink it all up. And then it'll be good to go and good to serve. That's what it looks like. In essence, it looks like barbecue, but it's not barbecue. I just cooked it real slow, and that's part of the reason why the meat is falling apart. And if you guys look closely over here, what I have is roast potatoes. Move this out of the way. These are seasoned roast potatoes. They cook within like 5-10 minutes, or more like 10 to 15 minutes, I'd say. So you put them in there, cut them into decent sizes. Salt, pepper, seasoning, a little bit of garlic, and paprika pepper. Alright, just keep stirring this. When the color starts changing into brown color, just like this one right here, and when the peel starts coming off, you know your potatoes are good to go. As a cook, feel free to grab one, wait for it to cool down, get a taste before you serve it. So you can feel for the texture, the taste, the saltiness, and then you'll be all set to go. Alright, I'm going to let this potato cook for about 3 more minutes. Put the lid on it, and we're almost done. Alright, we're all set cooking here. Turn off the stove. Looks like the meat have actually soaked up all. There's not enough juice left in there, it's just a little bit. So, we're good to serve it. We're going to present this meat neatly over here. So when you're eating, you just grab what you want. Alright. Roast potatoes are almost ready. That's all set. Alright, this is what I'm working with. So I want to thank all of you guys for watching. Hopefully you like what I cooked. I will, hey, let me know if you guys want me to cook something else. I do not cook pork, I'm sorry. Don't know how to cook it, but I can cook almost anything else. So the next dish is likely going to be very interesting, very healthy. Leave me comments below on what you think. If there's anything I should do better, I'm open to suggestions. And yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Bye.